How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Bone Homestead. Today's video is going to be basically a unboxing video of some products from a company called Roosty's. I'm going to do a unboxing, I don't even know if it requires assembly or not. If so, we'll add that in, and then we'll end up setting it up in one of my smaller coops that I have a couple smaller chickens in for the time being, and maybe in about a week or so I'm going to do a part 2 video as far as to let y'all know as far as how well the products are going. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and like I said, the company's called Roosty's. They have their own personal website, as well as they also sell products on Amazon. The link for them will be put into the description area. They actually reached out to me, apparently one of my videos, I guess, or maybe a combination of a bunch of my videos, caught their interest, and they reached out to me themselves and asked me to do a review on some of the products. They have feeders, waters, nesting pads, the little water cups like I've seen in some of my previous videos. I'm not even really sure what they sent me, so we're going to find out. But if y'all would, y'all can go check them out. Like I said, they're on Amazon, and they have their own website. They're called Roosty's. That's ROOSTYS. I'm not being paid by the company to do this review. This is just basically a favor that they asked me to do for some of their products. So there will be an honest opinion given for all this stuff. Because like I said, I really not really gaining anything from lying to y'all or anything like that. So there's not going to be any of that. Alright, so it looks like we have automatic feeder, waterer, and 3 nesting pads. So I figured if they said me nesting pad, it'd just be 1. No, I got 3 of them. Lay this down and I'll just hold up the stuff. So everything was very well wrapped. Y'all can see they had lots of bubble wrap in there to keep stuff from being bounced around. The waters and feeders are plastic, so that was good. They had them really nice and bundled up. You got all these pieces sitting inside of here with the feeder first, where they have the feeder inside the water to again keep that from getting help kind of keep it better held together, keep it being bounced around so much. And here's the water piece for the water. So basically, when it comes to the feeder part, you've got the top half and the bottom half. They just kind of lock into each other. Line up all the pieces, and it basically just snaps together just like that. Feeder part, you would just pour in the food. Pour the food in here. Take the bottom part, put it on top of it. Screw it on. Basically, you just flip it over and it'll automatically, like I said, it's an automatic feeder. It'll automatically fill up all the little slots. This here is a 1 kilogram, I'm not sure what that converts over to pounds, but 1 kilogram chick feeder. Nice little green color. One of my wife's 2 favorite colors is green, so I know that she'll enjoy that. Now for the waterer, they got a little handle. It was inside of the feeder. It just pops on there. For one, you can either turn it around, or it's got the little loop in the middle where if you have like a chain or a rope or something, you can actually have it hanging. That's the good thing about the waters. You can either sit it down, so say for example if you got chicks, since they're a lot shorter, they can eat and drink out of this because it's not going to be too high. Versus as they grow, you can start to hang it to where it's higher and higher up off the ground, keep them from kicking dirt or anything like that into it. Basically, that's the way the water will go. You fill it up with water while it's upside down. It's also got 4 legs on it, so you can actually sit it down onto something. I use the nesting pad as a surface. You can set it down, it'll stay upside down by itself. You can fill it up. Then, of course, while it's upside down, you just line up slots where they go. It locks into place, and then you just flip it over. And it'll just, again, it's an automatic water. It will just automatically filter. Got this little slot right here. And once the water gets up above that slot, it'll stop the water from coming out. And as they drink it, it'll slowly, keep filling up. That's the food and water. I say that water is about, what's it, 1.5 liters. I say it's about a quart, maybe a little over a quart. Again, these are the nesting pads. Nesting pads, of course, for your nest boxes or whatever you use for your hens to lay their eggs in. Some people use wooden boxes. Some people use 5-gallon buckets laid on their side. Really, it's just whatever your preference is. Milk crates. A lot of that stuff will work. You can use Sterlite tubs. Wow, they actually sent me 6 of them. These here, I don't have a tape measure, but I'd say they're about a good 12 by 12, maybe 13 by 13, about like that. The pretty good surface here. It'd be really good for like catching an egg on. Be easy to clean. As you can see, you can kind of see the ventilation holes through it. So you got the ventilation. If they do happen to poop in there or anything like that, of course the liquids will fall through. Or if stuff starts getting caked in like poop or anything like that, they're really easy to wash. You can take a water hose, spray it out, kind of flex it, kind of help, for the thicker particles to fall through and all. Of course, if being plastic, you got to worry about it rotting or starting to become too brittle or anything like that over time. Of course, it'd be pretty easy because of the fact it's got straight rows going in both directions. It'd be good for, you need to take like a box plate or something. You can cut it down if you need it a little bit smaller. Like I said, this would work inside of 5-gallon buckets if you want to put them in there. Or again, flat nesting boxes or anything like that. Or if you just, you can really also use it for, say, if you had a smaller chick brooder, you can lay these, and you can actually use these nesting pads to lay in the bottom of them for the chicks to walk on. So that way, instead of having to use bedding that they're kicking into the waters or walking in their poop or anything like that, you can actually put these in there for the baby chicks to walk on, and just use this as a floor. That way, as they poop, it just kind of falls through, kind of to the bottom, and about maybe once a week or so, just take it out, rinse it off with a water hose, shake out the water, and put it back in there. So that was actually just kind of something just kind of popped in my head, kind of a last second there, the more I looked at it. So like I said, the next portion of this video will be
you can lay them side by side in a bigger nest box.
Yeah. So say for example, if you had if you had a nesting, like a larger nesting box, say that was about the width of this box here, you could take, more than one pad, put them in there side by side. If you need to, you can kind of cut it down, to make them kind of fit better side by side. Like I said, the next part of this video will be, I'm going to set up some of these, as well as set up the feeder and water. We'll actually have some chicks coming in. I'm going to use these on, we have a couple of 6-week-old chickens that I want to start these off on, and we're actually expecting chicks. We have an incubator full of 22 eggs, so I'm sure we'll end up with about 15 to 20 chicks here. They're actually doing 15 days, so I'll be able to do another video using these with them as well, in a little brooder setup that we'll have. So without further ado, like I said, we're going to change over to doing setting these up, and they're going to give y'all some examples of that. So this is the current nest box situation in one of my coops. It's just a be quiet, Jack. It's just a collapsible little basket that I had put some pine shavings in. Of course, it's got holes in the bottom for any type of liquid was to get into there. Of course, it would drip through. As you see, that's kind of how they do. It was a lot thicker than shavings, but of course, every time they jump in there and jump out, they're kicking them out and scratching around. And just, it was where you couldn't even see the floor, and of course, now you can. And now we're going to add the nesting pads in. And this is what it looks like now with the Roosty's nesting pads. This particular basket setup that I have, it happened to hold 2 of them. One full one, and this one here in a moment. I'm gonna have to cut about an inch off right there just to kind of make it fit more perfect. As y'all see, it's holding the eggs together really well. They don't just take off rolling or anything like that. They stay together pretty well. So as the hens get in and out, they should still stay together as a grouping. Of course, you can get something similar to this. You can use like a milk crate. Jack, be quiet. You can use like a milk crate or anything like that, you know, that's similar, that you could just put these down into. Or if you, of course, you want to, you know, use a wooden nesting box or anything like that. I'll take y'all over here. That was Jack, Ginger, and Marianne, my game trio. Take y'all over here to my silver duck wings, which this idea will work for your standard size hens as well. Gotta latch the door behind me. But I use this method mainly for my bannies, just because, again, I don't really care too much for building all the nesting boxes and all. So this is just a 5-gallon bucket. I take the lid and cut it, you know, at about a 60-40 split. And I take the 40% part, the smaller portion, and put it on there. That helps to keep the eggs from rolling out, as well as keep any rainwater from trying to wash in. It actually fit perfect. You see it goes from the very back to right here at the edge on the front. It is a perfect fit. I did not have to cut it. And as you can see, the way it kind of, you know, bows in there, that way it helps to keep all the eggs centered for, you know, of course, helping the hens to better sit on the eggs and all. Of course, you can drill some holes in the bottom of the bucket because, of course, feeding liquid does get in there somehow, whether it's them pooping or a little bit of rainwater from some heavy winds or something. Of course, it'll go through the plastic netting nest pads because they have holes in it. But you can also put some holes in the bottom of the bucket directly down the middle. That way it'll go through the bucket as well back into the ground to where it doesn't collect up into the bucket. So as you can see, it works great for whether you use the 5-gallon bucket method, if you want to use like a milk crate, or of course, you know, your wood nest boxes. It pretty much works for like a free-for-all. They come in a pack of 6. As you seen earlier in the video, I thought it was 3, but they actually they'll take 2 and press them together. So they do come in a pack of 6. So if you guys want to check them out, like I said, I do recommend so far what I'm, you know, seeing about them and, you know, using them and all that. I do like the way that they're designed, the flexibility of them, the fact you can cut them down to the way that you need them or anything like that, and they work for multiple different type of nest boxing uses. So if you guys want to check them out, again, the website is called Roosty's. That's ROOSTYS. They sell automatic feeders, waters, as you've seen earlier in the video, as well as nesting pads. They also sell the automatic do-it-yourself water systems, as well as some do-it-yourself feeders. Oh, I think that was in there as well. Yeah, the do-it-yourself feed system, as well as the do-it-yourself water system, for just basically converting any buckets into feeders and waters. They sell those as well. If y'all want to check them out. I'm gonna we should be having either some baby ducks or some baby chicks. I'm not expecting any of my own to hatch for another like 2 weeks, but to go ahead and, you know, help you guys out on getting a review video for, you know, all the subscribers and all the people watching the video, to help you guys that are trying to find something. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go buy either a few chicks or a few ducks and go ahead and set them up in the brooder and with the nesting pads in there, as well as the feeder and water that y'all seen earlier in the video. To kind of go ahead and help you guys out for any of y'all that are, you know, again, trying to find a good, you know, quality feeder, water, nesting pads, all that stuff to be able to use. So, of course, that'll be an update video here in about a week to give an update video on the pads, as well as, you know, using the feeders and waters and all that kind of stuff. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, check out Roosty's. Like I said, they have their own website, as well as they also provide their products on Amazon as well, so you can always check it out, you know, especially if you're like me, you got the Amazon Prime. Free shipping always helps out a good bit. So yeah, you know, like I said, check them out. You know, hope these videos help some of you guys, you know, trying to find the right products for you and all your animals.
Other than that, if y'all have any questions, concerns, hit me up in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that share button as well. And maybe give me a little thumbs up, if you actually did enjoy the video and if it was helpful for you. Other than that, y'all have a good one.